Hello and welcome to On the Kerbs. I'm your host, Team Albers Daily. Joining me this week is the first female Slovak Euro NASCAR driver, Michaela Dorcikova. We caught up recently to chat about how she got into motorsport, why she's trying her hand at everything to do with motorsport, the biggest challenge of her career so far, and much more. I hope you enjoy our conversation. Hi Michaela, thank you for being here today. First of all, how are you?
Hello, nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I'm doing well. It's a nice day behind me, so definitely looking forward to a relaxing chat with you.
Perfect. Let's get straight into it then. So, first question I always like to ask everyone, what got you interested in motorsport to begin with?
What got me interested? That's hard to remember because I was a little kid back at the time when I was watching Formula One with my daddy on Sundays and I was playing with cars. I always remember that I didn't like the dolls because they didn't fit into my cabrio that I had, like 1 to 32 or like about this size. So it's been there since I was a little kid, and I just never knew how to get into motorsport as such. I always loved cars. I wanted to drive. I wanted to sit in the front seat, and in the end, I somehow got into a karting place. And I got to try the karts for the first time, which was super exciting for me. And then it just got me, and I can't stop. I can't finish it.
Just addicted from there, no looking back.
Yeah, it's like step after step, I'm trying to go further and further. So yeah, it started with karts, and now I'm racing the big circuits.
I was going to say, so if we fast forward a bit, how is 2021 going for you so far?
2021, well, that's definitely better than 2020 because that was a very tough year for everybody. Even though we know you are very kind of secluded in the car and you're not in contact with anybody, it still was stopped for us. So 2021 was super exciting in the terms that I could finally race, I could do go-kart, I could do cars. I tried for the first time, I tried a rally race. So for me, it was super exciting, a lot of new. And definitely, I was happy to be back in the driver's seat after.
So how did the rally go for you the first time trying it?
Well, that was, I was a bit scared, to be honest, because, yeah,
it's
rally is, it is, yeah, as you say, it is different, but definitely it was one of my targets, and I had to try it because when I got the opportunity to test a car similar to rally, but not really a rally car. It was not even a rally circuit, not a circuit rally track, but it was like a mini rally series that was just before Corona came. And I was excited about driving in the gravel and how it actually works. And then I had to stop for a year. So for me, the chance when it came, I said like, yes, let's do it. Let's try. And well, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And I feel I'm not going to stop so soon again.
That's always a good sign, especially since, I mean, maybe it was after having so long out of the car, you just want to get in any which way you can. But the fact that you fell in love with it as well, then even better.
You exactly got it. I'm that kind of a driver that is not focusing on one discipline or one part of racing. And I just have to try anything that's possible because I started too late, you know. Most of the drivers start when they are kids or when they are juniors. I was very much of an adult when I first sat into a go-kart, so now I feel like I need to catch up.
So you say you need to catch up, but you were MX5 champion for 2021. So tell us a bit about that and how does it feel?
Well, finally, I would say, because I've been trying to become a champion of become the first person in the championship for quite some time. I managed that in slalom racing. I managed it in the rental car racing. But to be honest, the circuit and the Central European Zone Championship has been on my plate for 4 years. And in the 4th year, I finally managed to score the first place. And to be honest, I didn't realize it at the race. It was like, okay, we're not there yet. The feeling hasn't come. I won the last race, which was super exciting. But at the same time, I knew that I just became a champion. And when the
at
rush.
What point did it kind of sink in?
Yeah, it was a few hours after that I started to like realize that, oh my God, it really happened. And I'm a champion. I'm the first one. And yeah, it was a few days after that I was really excited about the fact that I got the target that I wanted to reach. It took me a few years, but you cannot stop until you get there.
And you kept working and you got there.
Exactly, that's the thing. You need persistence and a lot of effort, and then it comes.
Yeah. And then as well, you're also the first. It says on your Instagram, the first Slovak driver to compete in Euro NASCAR. So, what does that mean to you as well?
Well, I'm a first Slovak female because there was one guy that was actually in Euro NASCAR. Damn it! Yeah, it's like one of the good drivers that we have. I think he's Slovak. To be honest, I'm not sure if he's Slovak or Czech, but I think he's Slovak. But you know, we are very close to.
I can check and I'll put it in afterwards and say if you are the first one actually.
yeah, you can check, but I think he's Slovak. So I'm the first female from Slovakia to compete, and I would say I'm the first female from Czechoslovakia even. And that was again an opportunity that came, and on that one I was also scared. I didn't know what to expect because, you know, racing against the champions, racing against Jaques Villeneuve, like, come on, I'm just a baby in motorsport, and he's the experienced big guy. And I just had to try it because once you get a chance, why not? Yeah, I always take the opportunity. So I had to try it. And for me, it was a huge change because MX-5 that I'm racing normally, it has 125 horsepower. Yeah, it's a real wheel drive, no assistance, nothing, but still compared to the 400 HP Euro NASCAR cars.
It's a little bit more.
It's just like 3 times more, yeah. But it's nothing basically. It was huge. Like the excitement that I felt the moment I sat into the car and I started the engine. Like I had goosebumps all over my body, and I just couldn't wait to get into the track because it was
how did that compare with, in terms of realizing that this was happening compared to the championship? Did it take longer for one to sink in than the other, or was it just?
Well, to be honest, the excitement of getting into the Euro NASCAR car was much stronger because that was, accompanied by the roar and the vibration of the engine and everything, and the fact that I'm sitting in a super good racing car.
Feel it.
I could really feel it. I could feel everything, like all the 400 HP under my butt, so in every turn. So I was positively scared and positively surprised of how good it handles, how easy, not easy it is to drive, but how easy it goes through all the turns. And the feeling that I had was just wow. Yeah. It was much stronger because becoming a champion is like a mental satisfaction, but sitting in a really good racing car, it's physical, definitely physical.
You're having a pretty good time of it then if you get both of those in the space of 12 months then.
That's not a bad idea either, but for that I would need to do the Euro NASCAR championship. The whole one.
Next thing to try.
Exactly.
Like you're saying, definitely any opportunity and you want to try a bit of everything, why not?
Definitely. Like maybe not for next year, but I would definitely want to do one more race next year. But who knows, in 2 years, perhaps I do the whole championship.
Never say never.
I definitely never say never.
So then, do you have a fun racing story that you can tell?
Yeah, I would say once, maybe it's not that much fun for me, but it was fun at the time. I sacrificed one of my laptops to actually succeed in the race because we were monitoring all the times and doing all the analysis in an endurance race on my laptop. And then I got into the cart, I started racing, and it started raining, and you don't get out, you just keep going. And then I was just like passing by every lap by my laptop that was sitting next to the track without an umbrella, without anything. I was trying to wave at the guys like, save my laptop, please, save my laptop. And I was just like, for an hour, I was watching it get splashed with water all the time. And I was like, okay, the laptop is gone now. And then it really did go wrong, but it was worth it. We got some I don't remember where we finished, but we got a pretty good position afterwards. So definitely, it was definitely worth sacrificing it for a result. Yeah.
You're trying to drive quicker and quicker so you can finish the race, so you can get to the laptop in time.
Yeah, definitely, it makes you go quicker for sure.
Well, it shows the dedication to the racing side of it, at least. So it's not all in vain.
Come on, whatever happens, you just need to keep racing and keep going. Yeah, there is nothing you can do or do anything outside the car or carts, and just keep going until you're until the race is over.
Sounds like a good mentality to have. So, what are your racing ambitions for the future? You say you like to try a bit of everything. Is there anything specific you have in mind?
Well, for next year, there are 3 things in my scope. First of them, I already told you, it's the Euro NASCAR, that I want to do one more race next year to keep the consistency, I would say. But definitely the higher step there is RCN or VLN and Nordschleife. That is one of my beloved tracks. I believe everybody
Everyone's got it on their list,
where it is, what it is. I definitely love driving there. It's one of the, if not the most challenging track in the world. And I just want to start racing there. So we planned 3 races in RCN for the next season to get the license and get the necessary experience to then dive further into VLN. And then I will definitely continue my rally journey, because there are big plans from one of my sponsors in the segment, and as I was kind of successful in the first race, we will do the whole championship next year and hopefully go to the European Championship the year after.
And so you started off strong, so why not continue, like you say, and see how far you can go with it? Especially, like you say, you fell in love with it earlier, so just go for it. I did.
When I was a small girl, I was playing, this, it was called Rally 3D on my computer. It was still like rendering the trees and rendering the track as we were going through, and I used the arrows for everything, but it was so much fun to drive. And I think even though it was a long time ago, that learned me a lot.
And so it's been in the back of your mind maybe the whole time, just waiting for you to get the chance.
I keep thinking about it all the time, and I never thought that I would really get into the rally car, and it became a reality. So
I feel like there might be a pattern I'm seeing here with you. You just kind of, you don't think you're going to get there, and then just each time you're like, pinch me. What am I doing here?
Exactly, but that was what I felt when I really was, be it in the Euro NASCAR car or be it in the rally car. It was literally that moment when I said, like, pinch me. Am I dreaming or am I not dreaming? Is this real? And it was real. And I just, maybe it's crazy to say, but I just hope these pinching moments keep lasting, and I keep experiencing.
You seem to be going the right way about it, so.
Yeah, I seem to be trying everything I can, everywhere it's possible. So, and
so
then
these small real wins, you just get there and just build, and just makes you feel more confident in whatever else you're doing then.
Exactly, like every bit of experience is worth it. So it doesn't matter if it's rental karting or if it's rally or Euro NASCAR or if it's Formula cars. Simply everything brings you some kind of experience, and then you can utilize that to become a better driver, step by step.
Exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. So then I feel like I might know the answer to the second part of this, but do you have a favorite car and racing track?
Well, favorite car, give me a budget. I have several
Unlimited.
of those. Unlimited. Well, I would, if it's unlimited, then I definitely want to own an Eleanor once in the future, if still available. Yeah. Perhaps. I love the car, I love the movie, so it is one of those on the list. But I would really like to race a GT3 RS. Why not? 911, because that one has been on my list for a long time. But definitely recently, the Toyota Yaris GR that I raced in slalom racing, and as a stock car, that surprised me
Good surprise or bad
A lot.
surprise?
Good surprise, very good surprise. And the way it handles the performance for the amount of money that you invest into it, it's simply amazing. So yeah, from the racing cars, yeah, there is all the prototypes that I would have to try one day. But that's a dream, I would say, a bit far in the future. So,
but like I say, good to have it though, something to aim for.
Yeah, exactly. You need to keep looking forward to something always.
And racing track, I'm thinking maybe Nordschleife from earlier or something else.
Yeah, maybe it's too conventional, but it is Nordschleife.
It's all right if it is. It's fully understandable.
It is. It's the most demanding one and the longest one, because many drivers say that like racing on circuits is boring because it's too short and you just go around and around. So on Nordschleife, you have the solution. You're not going around and around, but it takes time until you come back to
You'll get there, but it'll take a while.
Yeah, it will take a few minutes, that's true. But I definitely like one of my home tracks, which is Slovakia Ring, because that's the first one I raced on. Yeah, it's really the first one. And then it's Le Mans that I definitely want to race one day.
Sounds like the top three to have there, I think.
For sure. One is the first one, the second one is the most demanding one, and then it's Le Mans, which is the most exciting one in terms of historical perspective.
Nice bit of everything there, I think.
Yeah, a mix.
So then, what's been the most challenging thing in your racing career so far?
The challenging thing is definitely starting too late. I would not say too late, but starting later than anybody else, because the drivers that have grown up with go-karts and then went to Formula or any other circuit racing disciplines, then they don't realize the fact that they were kind of brought up in the sports. You get all feelings and expertise that when you're an adult, as in every other sport, it's much harder to learn. So for me, it's catching up with everything, be it on the technical perspective, be it on the driving perspective, be it from the kind of way the car handles, like learn how to feel it and what to feel in the car, because I never had any school of racing or nobody ever told me like, okay, now we're going to learn how to take the turn. And I had that at the very beginning with go-karts, but in a small karting place, which is definitely different from the bigger tracks. So
there's less time to build up to it. You just have to kind of go for it, all or nothing.
Exactly. So that's why I'm doing everything I can, racing any discipline I can, just to understand how it all behaves.
It's a good approach to have, because like you said earlier, you can apply things from one area to another that other people might not even have thought of or be doing before, because they're just on such a straight path,
Exactly. And I believe every discipline that I'm doing gives me something, a piece of a puzzle that I can then connect into one big picture.
And hopefully you can figure out the picture before it's too late.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the things that many people tell me, that like you're doing too much, you need to focus on one thing. But
where's the fun in that?
Yeah, where's the fun in that? That's a good question. But I also know that I want to try everything, before I make a decision like where I really want to focus, because unless you try, you never know.
Oh yeah, I mean, imagine if you hadn't tried the rallying, everyone else, your next year would be completely different. So.
Oh yeah, that is completely different, but it's really amazing.
There's what you can tell people when they tell you that next time when you had to focus on one. Yeah, but if I didn't.
Exactly, and it's also the different, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, low power, high power. All-wheel drive doesn't matter. You just need to understand how it all works and what to do in certain situations.
Yeah, perfect. So then, a few fun questions to finish off with. What do you like to do when you're not racing?
Well, when is that? That's a good question. I have no idea.
This might be a very short answer.
No, the short answer is I work when I'm not racing. So it's either work or the other work or another work. And then it's racing and watching races.
Watching races.
Maybe it's boring, but
if you love it, it's not boring.
I spend time with people who are keen on racing or keen on cars. So it's it's definitely my friends, but yeah, we have the same kind of mentality, the same level of interest in cars and everything around it. So yeah, it's just that.
That's perfectly fine. See, I might have an idea about this next one then. If you're saying there's not an awful lot of free time then, but do you have a favorite book?
A favorite book? That's
If
a
you have
tough
time
question
to read.
to ask. I could have time to read, but I mostly read then, not. It's gonna be boring. I read car magazines or car reviews online, or
It's
I
very
read
on
stuff
brand. It's
that.
fine.
Yeah, but I do have a favorite book. It's from Joe Nesbo, The Devil's Star, and that's I remember it was the last book that really caught my attention, but it was a few years back. It's a few years back, but
and then
definitely
finally,
worth reading.
Pretty random question: would you rather spend the weekend with some pirates or some ninjas?
With pirate or ninjas? Ninjas for sure. Ninjas. I want to be a ninja.
No hesitation whatsoever.
No hesitation. No, I don't like floating on the sea, so I'd rather stay on the ground. Yeah. Sometimes I'm a bit scared of water, but I love the views. But definitely a ninja. Come on.
Okay, perfect.
If I could be a ninja, I would be a ninja. I would be a ninja right here, right now. A car ninja. That would be great.
So that'd be a good combination. You'd be they wouldn't come near you on track. Then you could have the front to yourself.
Well, yeah, that would be great.
Just saying. There's an idea.
But a good question. Good question.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. I want to thank you again for being here and wish you the best of luck with everything this year and next year.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you very much. I really hope a lot of it will be a successful journey for me, and then I hope we can chat sometime in the future, and I will tell you more of what little pieces of puzzle I have collected.
Same time next year, see what's going on.
Okay, that's a deal.
It was a lot of fun chatting with Michaela. I'm really looking forward to seeing where she goes next and can't wait for the follow-up interview next year. I want to thank her again for coming onto the show and wish her the best of luck with everything moving forwards. Join me again soon when I'll be chatting to another famous face from the world of motorsport. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and check out the other videos on the On the Kerbs YouTube channel. Away from YouTube, you can find me over on DriveTribe, and feel free to follow me on Instagram at t.albus.daily.drivetribe. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next week for the next episode.